Hi guys, welcome back to CSS tutorial race, and in this video tutorial you are learning about CSS. In the last video I had displayed you that there are three types of CSS based on its usage: inline CSS, embedded CSS, and external CSS. So in this video I will show you with example so what are these three types of CSS. So first let's see the inline CSS. Let's open this file and then okay, let's create another file. Just I'll copy to show that this one. Then HTML. So I will call it as inline CSS. Inline CSS HTML. Okay, I'm writing here as H1, then H1. This is example of inline CSS. So what is inline CSS? When you write the code inside HTML tag itself, then it's called inline CSS. For example, I'll write like this: style equal to font color, not color, font size equal to 30 px, and then color equals to red. Okay, now let's open the file and check it. Inline CSS. You can see we have controlled its color and size in the same tag, writing with the CSS in the same tag. So if I write here 40 px, then the size will increase as expected. So what is the advantage? The advantage is that you can see what you are writing in the same tag, but the biggest disadvantage is that it works only in this tag only. If I write again here h1 tag and this is another example. So if I want to make the color and font size same as this one, then once again I will have to write this code. So that means if I'm using h1 tag at 10 times, that means in every h1 tag I will have to write this, repeat the same code again and again, which is not good. And this kind of writing, this way of writing of style sheet is called inline CSS, because we are writing this code, this style sheet code inside HTML tag itself. So that was the example of inline CSS. Now let's take another example, and that is embedded CSS. So what is embedded CSS? Let's see with example. Let's save it as embedded CSS .html, and then body clause and HTML clause. Now here h1 tag. So I'm using here h1 tag 3 times. This is first example. This is second example. This is third example. Now I want to write CSS at once, only at once, and I want to control all the three H1 tags with the same CSS. Yes, this is possible through styling or embedded CSS. So embedded CSS is written like this: style start, style close, and then right here like H1, and then color blue, font size 40 px. Now let's check what is the output. Its name is external no embedded CSS. Just open it, embedded CSS, and you can see the output. You know, the advantage is that I have written CSS as compared to the inline CSS. In inline CSS, you have to write CSS going into each element of HTML, each tag of HTML. But in case of uh, embedded CSS, you have to write code once and it controls at all the places. But so no, of course it is better than the inline CSS, but still the disadvantage is that suppose I want to create another page, say inline embedded CSS part 2, embedded part 2, 2.html. Now I'm writing here once again body and then body close finally HTML. So h1 h1 first, there are three. Third, okay. So in this page also we had written this code in this page. So in this page also once again I'll have to write this code. That means suppose you have 100 pages. In all the pages you want to keep the color and font size of H1 similar, then in that case in all the hundreds of pages you will have to write this code, which is not good, which is unnecessary. So this is better for one page, but if you want to write CSS, if you want to apply CSS in all the pages of your website, in that case this kind of CSS, this embedded CSS is not good. So finally we will cover the external CSS. So the last one is the last one is uh, external CSS. So let's see the external CSS with example. Before we proceed ahead, let's do one thing. Let's create one small, very small project. Say I'm naming it as courses. Okay. Then here I will we will save the pages here in courses. So first let's create one page called. So I will save it in courses folder. Okay. So index.html. Let's copy it and then right here this in index.html. just remove this. We'll just keep here HTML head title, and then title, finally head body start, and then body close, body closure, and then I don't know why body is closing. Anyway, oh, so body closure, and then finally HTML close. Here I'll write OL, and then OL LI, and then LI. So I'll write here few name of the courses. Say HTML, CSS, Java, script, and then Java. Okay, while type to 1. Now let's check it into the browser. So as you can see, it is displaying the list of the courses. Now we will do styling. For example, we will change its color, we will change its size also. So what we will do, we will create a separate CSS file. Say we will save it as style.css. For external CSS, the CSS file, you will have to write .css as an extension. So just I'm saving it, and then I write here body, okay, then color. I want to keep the color of all the pages as yellow, so I'll just write here yellow. Okay, I've just written this code in one file, yellow. Finally, I want to call that page here. I will write here to call the CSS file, you will have to write here link rel equal to style sheet, and then a and href equals to style.css. This is the name of the CSS file we just created. Now let's check that if the page color changes to yellow or not. Oh, the color of font got changed. There is something wrong here. Style.css body actually here with background or background color to yellow. Now you can check here. The background color is changed to yellow. Similarly, if I want to change control the text, then I'll write here OL and then LI font size equals to 18 px. That means pixel. Also color equal to blue. Now let's check into the browser. Refresh it, and you can see the size has changed as well as the color has changed. So you will say that these things could have been changed with either inline CSS or embedded CSS also. But so what is the benefit? The benefit is that here we will create 4 pages. Ahref equals to Ahref equals to html.html. That means Here CSS mail E JavaScript dot HTML then Java dot HTML and then here Java close. So what we will have to do, we will have to create 4 other pages. So if I open here, then it will show as hyperlink. Oh, there is something wrong in the HTML. href. That's why it was not displaying there. So HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery. If I click here, then it tries to go this page which does not exist. So let me create that page first. What I'll do, I'll just save as this page as html.html. html.html and finally I will change here these things. I will write here h1 tag and then h1 tag welcome to html page. h2 this is example of CSS learning. So now let's do one thing. Just save is as css.html that we have to, because we have to create 5 pages. css.html javascript.html and finally java.html. So welcome to Java page. Welcome example of CSS learning. So let's edit the other pages also. So we have created css.html. Welcome to CSS page. Close it and then html.html. Welcome to HTML page. CSS learning is good. Now index sorry Java. Java we have already modified JavaScript. Okay, so now finally let's open index page. Now click on html.html and what happens? You can see this page opens now here. Okay, one more thing in index.html page, let's add one code here h1 Then this one close. Welcome to my courses. Okay, so what you are seeing here, you click on this page and the background color is same. If you click on this page and the background color is same, and where we have written the background color things, we have written only in one page, and that is style.css file. So suppose now I want to change background color from yellow to pink. So what is the benefit? The benefit is that I change only at one place and it will affect in all the pages. You click on any page and you will see the background color is changed in all the pages. So you can understand how easy it is to maintain the design using CSS. And this type of CSS is called external CSS. In all the major projects, this external CSS coding style is used. So now suppose you want to change the color of H1 tag. H1 tag has been used. H1 tag has been used in all the pages. So I want to change its color to green and font size to 40 px. So what you will do, what you will see, you will see the font size of all the H1 tag has changed in all the pages. So that's the magic of CSS. Okay guys, so that's it. Hope you understand what is difference between inline CSS. In inline CSS, the code of CSS is written inside HTML tag itself, and in embedded CSS, the code is written in one page. The code is written in one page, and that was the example of embedded CSS. Okay. We write the code at one place and it affects in all the sections. But the difference is that it works only in single page. But in case of external CSS, it is written at one place, but it affects all the pages of the website. So it is time saving and also it is very effective. You don't have to write the same code again and again. Hope you understand. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Stay connected and also don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.